Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is RimWorld, and we are back at the Hussar and Highmate colony, but for right now, we're going to call it the Thrumbo colony. That's right, we got two more in the last episode. Well, we captured two more. So we've got two tame ones right here, a couple of females that are now on our side, and they're being trained once again because we do have Shay back with us. Thank God for Shay. There she is. In fact, let's get her tuned up in her favorite colors. There you go, Shay. You get that working. But the other two Thrumbos we just captured in the last one, and we got ourselves a male, so that's huge. I probably should have gone for two males, just kind of in an insurance policy until we get a couple of bred up here. But nonetheless, I think we're going to be totally fine. These guys will be perfectly safe here. Let's see. We did burn this guy's brain a little bit with the shock lance, but that's just, he's actually not that bad. Actually, the scar itself it's only a 3 hit point scar, so to speak. So that does affect like how much difference he has from his consciousness, movement, and manipulation. But ultimately, it doesn't even matter because he's just a breeding guy. We'll probably get trained up for combat and stuff too. But ultimately, guys, we have started down a long road of Thrumbo breeding and war. So I'm really pumped for that. That's coming up in the near future. You can count on it. But, oh, here's Shay's favorite color. Let's see. That's right. She has this very dark brown color. She likes very much. There you go. I don't know why she's wearing that little toxic pack, but I don't much care about, like, is that what it is, or is it a smoke pop? That's a fire foam pack. Okay, she can carry that around. That's totally fine with me. But yeah, what's his face here? Old Shepherd has a tendency to carry around the ammo packs. He's a weirdo. He kind of has a strange fascination with the ammo pack for being a Highmate and non-violent. But nonetheless, everything else is going pretty good around here. We've got our apartments working now. They're up and being heated properly. Everybody's got a bed. There are a couple of folks, Shay and Strong. Why is Shay? Oh, I sent Lady V to the wrong bed. Okay, Lady V should be over here. So what I'm really trying to do, that's right, is get Shay set up with Cinderman. Now, I can't assign them to the same bed, otherwise I probably would, trying to get them, coax them to fall in love with each other. But Shay, being a high mate, really needs to establish a bond with somebody. Now, she doesn't have a debuff for not having one, but she will get immense joy and happiness out of having a bonded mate close by. So we are, of course, going for the Hussar, Cinderman here. And the whole reason we recruited him in the first place was to replace her dead husband. But we got sidetracked, unfortunately. But we're back on track now. So that's what our nearest goal is, at least. And research is chugging along too. I'm happy to say we're actually working on bridges now, so we should be able to start our expansion over the water here pretty soon. Oh, here, by the way, here's the remnants of the other Thrumbos that joined us here on the map. They're going to go into the freezer now. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we got some unrestricted people, but I'm really excited about starting to branch out here over the river with our bridges and stuff. This is where we're going to establish most of our hospitality, like the casino and the spa and a restaurant and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Let's get started. Oh boy, check it out, guys. Where are they at? Oh, I should have known. They're in bed here. So we just got the notification. Strong is pregnant. Now let's check. In the previous episode, we set this because, well, her most recent child, Sass, is out of the growth chamber. But look at her fertility. It's back up to 89%. That's interesting. Maybe she stopped lactating. That was probably what it is. Yeah, she's no longer lactating. But the good news is we got a new baby on the way, and right away, instantly, we can already inspect the genes. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our future colonist is going to be all about here. Oh, cool. We got a super fast wound healing, a psychic bond, very happy, and hyper aggressive. So this is one of those pawns that's the best of both Hussar and Highmate, because they're hyper aggressive with some other good traits like fast wound healing, and they're going to be able to make psychic bonds just like Shepherd and Shay and true Highmates can. So that's awesome. This is really the big downside, is this delicate trait, which always seems to get passed on to every child. I think just about all of them have it. Maybe not Lady V, but I'm not sure. But this is kind of a shame. Look at this: awful mining, awful plants, awful animals, awful artistic. Wow, so this person might end up just being a researcher. But nonetheless, very interesting. Good pawn for sure. I like what I'm seeing already, so there we go. That's not bad. And you can see these two. They haven't hit it off just yet, but let's look at her social. Does she know him? Does she have any, like, interest? Acquaintance. I think he likes opinion of Cinderman. Yeah, he has a good opinion of her. Yeah, but, oh, that's Buddy. Her last name is Shay, Sarah. Yeah, so he does have a decent opinion of her, but we'll see how it goes. That's the reason they're sleeping in the same bedroom, trying to get him acquainted. Oh man, Buddy is on a roll, guys. He just laid out a legendary Thrumbo fur hat. Let's see how much this one's worth. 1,300 silver for a cowboy hat right there. This thing weighs 0.14 kilograms. This is the ultimate. I love it. So he's turning out left and right. I think this is a good use of the Thrumbo fur that we got from killing, the other two Thrumbos on the map last episode. It might be the last of it, but he's going to finish that off. No, here's a whole stack of it right there. So you can see we are just going super heavy on the cowboy hats. Now, a lot of these are actually muffalo fur, because we've got a bunch of that, or muffalo wool. But yeah, the Thrumbo, man, he's turning those out now. So I'm really enjoying that. And he's been mending too. I've also got him to mend up some of Strong's gear, so she's now back to full strength with her recon armor and stuff like that. So that's been really helpful, having the mending bench up and running. But now we just need a bulk goods trader to show up. My God, I tell you, every time I assemble a mod pack to start off a new series, I always exclude the ability to call traders. Because that is a mod. You can install a mod that allows you to just pay to have traders show up. Trade ships, I should say. But in the end, I always want to go back and reinstall it or put it in because I'm so desperate for traders. But we're going to avoid it this time around. We're just going to go with the normal rate of traders that show up. It'll encourage us to work on maybe doing some caravanning and stuff like that, because we do have a few settlements around us. But I've also got to get these transport pods researched, just because I want to start making allies with a bunch of other factions on the map. That will increase the number of actual traders that show up here too and visit us, the number of allies or just friends we have, so that's going to be critical, because we're really running out of room down here. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and build some more shelves in this area. So let's grab some wood shelves. It'll help a little bit. Another thing I can do is I can put things like the bricks and steel, if I have any steel, and silver and gold. I can make a little stockpile for that outdoors. In fact, I should probably just assign them to this one, you know what I'm saying? That way, it'll save us room indoors and for some of the stuff that will actually degrade, if we left it sit outside. Oh no, well, Randy has sent us 35 man-hunting foxes, and that's not good, but I think we can probably handle this. Now, I don't really want them to all come through here, so I'm going to grab the closest person, which happens to be Cinderman. We're going to close this door. Also need to go in and make sure everybody's restricted to... Actually, we'll go to the safe zone. That way nobody goes outside into the hallway and stuff. But let's make sure we slam this door closed real quick. Then we'll probably still lose some traps, because I have a feeling that foxes are already coming for us. You guys better stay a little bit longer. We don't want them to get murdered. Okay. Now the door will close, and what I'll probably do is wait till the foxes settle, and it'll be by one of our doors here. And then we'll just call over our shooters, have them start plugging away. It looks like they're already coming back to this area, so... Let's grab Strong, Cinderman, Lady V, and the kids here. And now we just have nice little target practice here for the family. Oh, isn't it wonderful seeing everybody do something together, having a nice group activity? It warms the heart, really it does. But there we go. So, as I've said before, the Embrasures mod does kind of make animal attacks like a little bit null and void, but overall, I like it. I think it's still, I mean, they can still be tricky and actually have some benefits too when you're able to just kind of leave them outside and ignore them for a while. But nonetheless, this will be helpful. I mean, at the very least, it'll be helpful in just getting up our shooting and stuff, you know? Look at her. Clarissa's almost a 7, or she's almost maxed out, and she's not even an adult. Shooting of 13, 20, 16. Oh, yeah. We got some real warriors over here. Okay, well, check it out. Here I was talking about installing a mod to allow me to cheat and call down traders, and I never needed to in the first place because we just got ourselves a nice little textiles trader here. This is a trade ship, and as you can see, they're taking a ton of our stuff, including all of our cowboy hats that we made, those legendary ones. We're going to get most of their silver, and we're getting one set of marine armor. Normal quality. Fallen from the sky. There it is. That's a beautiful trade right there. So this is actually going to be for Lady V. I'm going to force her to come on up and force wear that. So that pretty much gives all our adult combatants power armor now. So as soon as Clarissa and Strong grow up, we're going to need to outfit them with some stuff. But at that point, I might be able to make Buddy, you know, make it for him or have him craft it up for him. But I don't know. We'll see. We don't even have that researched yet. There's so many things I need to research, guys. So many. But we're going to get there, hopefully. Okay, well, we've got our bridge research completed, and now I've got the options here under my structure tab to go in. I tried to just straight up lay the floors right on top of the water, but that doesn't work. It says you need to place the bridge there first. This is my first time using these bridge mods too, by the way. Normally I don't play on maps with any substantial amount of water, unless you count a jungle map and it's like swampiness, but no. So this is my first real experiment. So, and I'm noticing too, man, we don't have enough stone by far. I'm going to have to get like a third stone cutters table. I think literally I'm going to build a third one. Whoops. That's not what I want. There we go. I'll slap this guy down just somewhere for now. God, this room's getting a little tight. I need to redesign this whole base. But for right now, this is what's going to allow us to do that. So check this out. If I were to go into granite, for instance, the deep water bridge. Now, this, of course, this does say a flat surface of the chosen material on supportive beams, which can be built over water, yada, yada. You can even build heavy structures on these bridges. So that's what we're looking for. Now, oh, is that right? Bridgeable deep. Do granite water bridge requires terrain that supports bridgeable deep. So, oh, I've got to go for this one right here, the deep water bridge. Right? No. This one. There it is. But look how expensive it is. Just for this like square right here, it's close to 2,000 granite. So this is going to be quite a project. Like I said, we're going to have to get just a whole ton of stone made up. But, I mean, I was kind of expecting it. You know what I need to do to kind of accommodate that? So instead of going out and, you know, walking outside the map, or outside the compound, I should say, constantly, I need to get this deep drilling researched. Because if we just set up one of these deep drills, like right next to, for instance, our stone things, we can literally do it inside the building. If there's no, like, minerals below them, no steel or gold or anything, they'll just bring up rock chunks, you know, so we can basically keep us a steady supply close at hand, which will definitely make this job much more efficient, which is what we're going to need to obviously cover all this water with stone. So that's a big project, but it's worth it. You know, as you can see, it's really going to expand the base quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to be working on now here for the next few minutes. All right, there we go. Shay has successfully tamed Thrumbo number 3, and that is our male Thrumbo, so that's pretty huge. Let's go ahead and order him to be trained up in all the other categories and stuff, and he's, of course, now locked into the barn. Until he gets trained to haul stuff, we're going to keep him in the barn. Just makes our life easier for our tamer, you know, our animal handler. She doesn't have to traipse all throughout the base just to find the Thrumbo and try and tame it or train it or something. So this is good. Now we just got one more to get, but this one's a female, so it's not even a big deal. We've already got two females, so we should start to watch, though, because now that we got the male, these two are going to get pregnant pretty quickly, so that's amazing. My only one wish is that we could use these growth vats for animals, because thrumbos do take quite a while to grow up to full. I might have to look and see if there's a mod out there which gives me an ability to like, I don't know, either do that, put animals into the growth pods, or there used to be a drug. It was called the age pill, and I believe it was included in the genetics mod, the vanilla genetics expanded, before they actually changed and upgraded that. But if you would give a pill to an animal or a pawn one of these age pills, it would literally age the creature or the entity by 1 year. So you could give like 2 or 3 in a row to a Thrumbo who was just born, and basically almost instantly have an adult Thrumbo, like at least in size, you know. So it was an amazing thing. I think they got rid of it though. It's not included in that anymore. So like I said, I'll have to look for an independent way of leveling up our Thrumbos quicker, because I don't know. It takes time, and I'm hoping for a nice long playthrough with this colony, just like in my previous series where we got over like 130 episodes in. But still, I'd like to have a fighting force of Thrumbos ready before the 100th episode. Okay, well that did not take too long at all. Both Thrumbos are now pregnant, as you can see. Let's go. And of course, as soon as that third one gets tamed, I'm sure she'll get pregnant as well. And we just got ourselves a prosthesis trader. Now this is pretty big. Let's call Shepard over here to do some trading, and let's take a quick look at Shay. It's Strong. She needs a new nose, a kidney, and legs, basically. Definitely one leg for sure. That would be a big priority. So let's see if this prosthesis trader, I don't have a lot of silver, but she's got to have some sort of leg, right? Exoskeleton. Oh, don't tell me. Oh my god, I don't even think she has a single leg here. She got a prosthetic foot, kidney. Eventually we're going to get to a point where we can make our own, obviously, but I was just hoping. She's got a bionic toe, but I'm not paying that much for a toe. That's pointless. God, she's got nothing we need. Oh well. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff here I'd love to buy, but none of it is going to be super helpful. Oh well. I didn't even see it. I do see a surrogate kidney, but I'm going to wait and, like I said, buy or make something a little bit better than that. There's literally nothing I want that I'm willing to spend here. I'm going to sell our ostrich eggs. I'm pretty sure these were ruined by temperature if we look at them more closely. So it's just a tiny little bit of silver. Nothing huge. But yeah, screw it. I did install a heater inside the barn, though, so hopefully the rest of these will be, well, these two were ruined by temperature, but we'll get those out of here. But yeah, I am trying to breed up. With so much of the focus has been on the Thrumbos, but I am still trying to get a little ostrich farm going here. And you know what? I think I made a mistake. I've mentioned maybe once or twice that I thought Thrumbos gave, not Thrumbos, Muffalos gave milk, but I'm pretty sure they don't. They just give wool. I thought they gave both, but I'm fairly certain they don't, because we have no milk and we haven't been getting any, and there's no list here for, there's just the wool listing here. So that's interesting, and it makes me think that I keep calling them the wrong animal type. The Muffalo are kind of pointless now that we have our Thrumbos, or at the very least I could probably cut down on the amount that I have here. Muffalo, I had it set to 4. Don't really need that many, do I? Let's set it down to 1, and we'll just have a backup 111. That's fine. I would like to get my hands on some milk, though, because that cheese is a big recipe, or a big ingredient, I should say, in a lot of the recipes we have with the VGP Vegetable Garden mod. So that's something we're going to need to get, is maybe some cows, 100%. Oh man, look at this. We just got a group of visitors here from the Empire, and look at this bad boy. Oh, I was hoping that there was a Hussar underneath that suit, but unfortunately he's just a baseliner. But he is a knight level, so that's interesting. He or she, he, yep, beautiful. Chemical interest. Well, well, well. Nonetheless, nobody here that we can really go for. It's unfortunate. There it is. I was going to say, I see genies and dirt moles quite a bit, but I almost never, well, literally, I don't think I've ever seen a single Highmate join us. Hussars are pretty common with the Empire, but Highmates, not a single one yet. So you better believe the first one that I see come and visit us in a group like this, we're probably going to instantly try and start recruiting them. But here's a little update on the bridge. It's going slow. Very, very slow, as you can see. It's coming along though. I'm gonna take off the planning here. I've got a planning mod which allows me to. I was hoping it would make it a little bit more vibrant, easy to see and distinguish certain things, and I think it's worked out well. But I'm gonna go ahead and erase some of this, but I'll probably wait until we complete it, just because it is easier for me. But I want to see what it looks like underneath here. What? There we go. Oh, it's all... Oh, it's covered with snow. That's what that is. I was like, why is it so washed out looking? Yeah, it's got some snow on it. But eventually what we are going to do, we should be able to build walls along here. Obviously, I don't have the stone for it yet, but we're going to build walls all along the outside of this, so it's completely protected, of course. It's just going to basically be an extension of the compound itself, just out over the water. With that being said, too, I'm realizing I'm probably going to need to extend this a bit. We don't want a single walkway, so if I were to put walls on either side of this, we would obviously just have a one wide walkway. So I'm probably going to spread this. If I just come out one on either side, it'll still be nice and symmetrical, and it'll give us a bit more walkway room. So it's just something we'll have to deal with as we go along, but I am really excited for this. It's going to take a while, though. Seems like these things do take quite a bit of work. Just almost, I would say, similar to smoothing a floor. Maybe not. I could be totally off on that. What the hell? You've got to be kidding me. Shay just fell in love with this baseliner. For the love of God, I should have known this was going to happen. You know what? I should have set her so that she wasn't doing any entertainment whatsoever. I had it at a lower priority, but I mean, it would probably still happen no matter what, because she's not even entertaining him here. They're just having a meal at the same table, and she fell in love with this guy. Well, he is beautiful. What are you going to do? Oh, my God. You know what? I don't want to go through this again. I'm literally tempted to just go ahead and try and recruit this guy. We probably won't be able to do it now. I mean, it's kind of cool that he's a knight, right? Stun, blinding pulse is good, vertigo. I know, he's a baseliner. And unfortunately, she's going to have, I mean, he will have, you know, their offspring would have some traits of the Highmate. I just don't know, probably mostly Highmate traits, but, well, what are we going to do, right? I just can't go through this again. Last time, if you missed it, she fell in love with a guest, and he was gone from the colony for a long stretch of time, and it gives her a permanent, like, debuff, not just to her mood, but the psychic bond distance will also reduce her consciousness and manipulation and stuff. So what we want to do, we had to kill the last guy. We eventually recruited him when he came back after that long stretch of time. He came back as a guest again. We recruited him, and then we murdered him. And it was sad, but he still lies in state right over here. This is him right here in Nepis. That's the guy she was in love with at one point. But like I said, I don't want to go through that again, because that's what set her off and made her go wild, you know. So I think Barsnoke, especially since he's so cool as being a knight with his awesome gear. Oh, look at this. He's even got Persona Hammer. Is that what that is? Yeah, Toby, the Persona Zeus Hammer. Excellent. This weapon has an... I don't know what type it is. We need to look at... Calm Thoughts. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, this is actually an incredible pawn overall. So I think if we're going to make a single exception, it's going to have to be for our boy here, Dusto. Now, yeah, and like I said, it'll probably still happen that he's going to leave and be gone for a long stretch of time. But luckily, the Empire does send pretty frequent visits, you know, and hopefully on the second time around, we'll be able to recruit him. I will keep an eye on it, but it's unlikely we'll get him this time. And I think as we expand some of our hospitality structures like we're doing right now, hopefully we'll get more visits frequently with larger groups and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it won't be too much of a delay, but yeah, it's kind of cool. You know what we will do now is we'll need to set up a couple throne rooms, one for him and one for Shay, because they're going to be a royal couple too at some point. That's kind of cool. So I think we can go ahead and set Cinderman's bed, take it out. Cinderman, buddy, I'm so sorry, but I think that you're just not destined to be with Shay. I tried to get him set up, but just didn't turn out. Uh-oh. Well, the Thrumbo got out somehow. The wild one got out of the barn. I'm going to have to close this door here just for now. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, what else can we do? And even if we do lose this one, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, we've got two viable females already. This one was just kind of there because we had a second shock lance charge, so we took it. But yeah, that's interesting. She must have just slipped out while one of the other animals was coming or going, or one of the pawns, you know. I suppose she could have got locked in the kitchen, which wouldn't have been that bad. But she's out here. I think even if they're wild, are they still contained by the fence if they're wild? I really don't know. But nonetheless, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's I just noticed it. I was like, huh, okay, so it happened. Got to be a little bit more careful if you want to really contain the thrombos. But nonetheless, guys, I think it's going to be a successful turnout for our thrombo warriors and stuff. I'm really excited for that. We got a lot going on. I've been keeping a close eye on our boy here, the knight, but he is just not ready to join, so it'll probably be on his next visit. Hopefully that'll be soon, right guys? And I hope you will visit me soon again, tomorrow in fact, for the next episode. So this brings us to the close of this one. Hit that like button for me if you're enjoying the content so far. Thank you all for tuning in. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys for your donations. That really means a lot to me, and I will see everybody on the next episode.